Welcome to your night's closure, your sanctuary of calm. No images, no noise, just my voice, guided by neuro-linguistic programming and cognitive science, gently seeding affirmations and stories in your subconscious mind. So lie back, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let your transformation begin quietly and naturally as you rest. If this space speaks to you, like and subscribe now, or if you're already deep in focus, let it wait. Come back when the moment feels right. Words carry weight. A single phrase can lift you, or leave a bruise that lasts for years. Imagine two people telling you they believe in you. One says, "I think you'll do fine." Another says, "I trust you completely." Both phrases sound kind, yet one feels light. The other feels like a warm embrace. That difference is not magic. It is choice. Our brains tune into subtle shifts, tone, rhythm, emphasis. Neuroscience shows that hearing genuine validation activates reward centers. Your mind remembers not just the words, but the feeling they carry. So what happens when the words you longed for were never spoken? When no one said, "I'm proud of you," or "You belong here," or "I see you"? Those missing phrases echo in your nervous system. They leave a gap shaped like a word you never heard. That gap shapes your inner dialogue. You fill it with guesses, with fear, with questions. Did they mean it when they called me talented? Or were they just being polite? Did they notice my effort? Or did they see right past me? Every time you replay those moments, you feed the uncertainty. Your mind learns to mistrust kindness, to hunt for hidden motives, to weigh each word against a lifetime of silence. And silence speaks too, in moments of praise unsaid, in apologies never given, in congratulations that never came. Silence echoes like a question without an answer. Pause for a breath. What silence still speaks in your mind? There's a story of a teacher named Mara. She spent years encouraging students, but she never heard a word of praise from her own mentor. When he walked into the classroom, Mara's heart raced, hoping he would notice her work, wondering if her best was ever good enough. One afternoon, Mara stayed late to correct papers. Her mentor passed by the door, glanced at her pile of red marks, and said simply, "Your care matters more than any grade." He didn't say it with flair. He didn't even smile. But those 6 words changed Mara's life. She felt seen for the first time. Her nervous system relaxed. The gap left by unspoken praise began to fill. Mara later learned that he'd watched her dedication for years. He waited until the moment was right to speak the truth. He chose words that mattered. What words have you longed to hear? What phrase could heal a hidden bruise tonight? Words are tools. They shape meaning. They frame your reality. Calling yourself overwhelmed freezes you in that state. Choosing learning curve invites curiosity. Saying, "I failed again," builds shame. Saying, "I'm growing through it," builds resilience. Language rewires your brain. Cognitive science calls this self-talk reframing. By choosing precise, uplifting words for yourself, you literally guide your mind toward new pathways. Now, breathe in, breathe out. Choose a word for how you feel tonight. Maybe it's tired, or hopeful, or curious. Notice how that word lands in your body. Does curious open your chest? Does tired weigh you down? Words matter. Choose carefully. Consider the power of an apology. "I'm sorry" can mend a bond, but "I'm truly sorry for hurting you" carries depth. Each added word brings more of your heart into the conversation. Have you ever held back an apology because you couldn't find the right words? Or because the words felt empty? That hesitation shapes how deeply you forgive yourself. Forgiveness begins when you speak truth to the part of you that still needs it. Repeat quietly, "I forgive myself for not knowing better. I speak kindly to my own mistakes." Feel those words as they settle. We also choose the questions we ask ourselves. Why did this happen to me? Leads to blame. What can I learn from this? Leads to growth. Both start with why, but they shape your outcome. Tonight, ask yourself, what words can I choose to guide me toward healing? Let that question drift in your mind. Your subconscious will explore it as you rest. There's another story of a writer named Eli. He spent years searching for his voice, trying to match the tone of best-selling authors. He read every guide, mimicked every style, and still, his pages felt empty. One night, he realized he wasn't using his own words. He wrote a single sentence, "I speak from my own truth, and that is enough." He didn't revise it. He didn't polish it. He let it sit in his mind like a seed. The next day, his writing changed. His words resonated because they came from his own heart. What truth do your words hold? As you lie here, imagine selecting words like seeds. You plant, "I am worthy." You plant, "I am seen." You plant, "I am growing." With each seed, you shift the soil of your mind. Tomorrow's thoughts will sprout from that new terrain. Breathe. Let the weight of every chosen word fall softly. Let the silence between words be just as meaningful. And as you drift, know that your mind is learning to choose words that uplift, that heal, that transform. When you wake, you may notice a small change, a kinder thought, a gentle phrase, a pause before you speak. That pause is the space you created tonight. Your words will echo in your life, but first, they echo in your mind. Let them guide you into tomorrow, lighter, freer, truer. You felt the gap left by words you never heard. The quiet question hung in your chest. Do I matter? Tonight, let's begin supplying the answers you needed long ago. Imagine a man named Jonah. He grew up in a household where achievements spoke louder than love. A perfect test score earned praise, but a late-night studying meant cold dinner plates. He learned early that success was the language of affection. So he chased accomplishments like a child chasing stars, believing only performance could earn him a place at the table. Yet inside, he was starving. For a simple phrase, "I'm proud of you." For a gentle nod of approval unlinked to grades. For a moment when his worth was recognized apart from his results. One evening, after another silent meal, Jonah wrote himself a note. "I see you. I'm proud of you." He placed it on his bathroom mirror. Each morning, before the world awoke, he read those words aloud. He let them land on the parts of him that still ached. He didn't announce this ritual to anyone. He didn't tell a soul. He simply gave himself the words he had longed to hear. Over time, Jonah noticed his shoulders dropped a fraction lower. His mornings felt less tense. He found new energy to study and to simply be. He carried those self-spoken words into conversations, feeling their echo soften his fear of failure. What would happen if you gave yourself the words you most needed? Every sentence you choose to think, every phrase you whisper, rewrites your emotional blueprint. Anything you say enough times, your subconscious begins to believe. That's why tonight matters. You're not just listening. You're planting a vocabulary of healing. Think now of a sentence you've never heard, but always needed. Perhaps it's, "You are more than your mistakes," or "You are worthy of kindness," or even, "You are allowed to change your mind." Hold that sentence in your mind. Hear it clearly. Feel how it settles in your chest. Does it feel unfamiliar? Uneasy? That's the old script resisting. Let it resist. You're still speaking your truth. Language is more than communication. It shapes your identity. When you label yourself stuck, you freeze in place. When you call yourself learning, you open to possibility. So tonight, select words that serve your future self. Words like evolving, growing, believed. Use them generously. Repeat silently, I am evolving. I am growing. I am believed. Feel each word as water that seeps into parched soil. Your mind begins to soften. New ideas can take root. Consider the power of a question. What kindness can I speak to myself right now? Not, what did I do wrong? But what do I need to feel seen? Your subconscious will explore that question. It will sift through memories, find gaps, and gently offer new answers. Pause. Ask it again. What kindness can I speak to myself right now? You don't need to answer in words. Feel the question's energy settle. Let it open a space inside. There's another story of a dancer named Ava. Ava's mother never watched her performances. She practiced in silence, her heart hungry for acknowledgement. Years later, Ava stood on stage alone, her mother's empty seat glaring back. In that moment, Ava whispered to herself, I see you, Ava. I am proud of you. She danced with a freedom she'd never known. Not because the hall was full, but because her own words carried her through. That night, her mirror carried the same phrase. She read it, she felt it, and she carried it into every next performance. What mirrors in your life await your chosen words? What phrases will you write on your own walls? Short, reflective prompts. Which unspoken words still echo in your mind? Which new words will you choose to replace them? Your mind is listening. Each affirmation, each question, etches a new groove in your brain's wiring. Tomorrow, you may notice a softer tone in your self-talk, a kinder feeling when you wake, a gentle spark of confidence flickering to life. That spark begins tonight, with the words you choose and the stories you tell yourself. When you return to this practice night after night, those chosen words become second nature. They shift from conscious effort to subconscious habit. And in that shift, your inner world transforms. You've heard the unspoken echo. You've chosen new words to fill it. Now, let's let those words become part of your very bones. Imagine a garden at dusk. The soil is soft and ready. Seeds of every kind await your hand. Some are tiny, delicate wishes. Some are bold, unapologetic truths. Your mind is that garden. Tonight, you plant seeds of language that heal. Repeat each phrase inwardly, letting it sink deeply. I am worthy of kindness. I am allowed to change my mind. I am more than my mistakes. I am believed. Say them slowly, one by one. Feel each like a pebble dropped in water, sending ripples through your subconscious. A final story of a man named Sam. Sam grew up in a house where silence spoke louder than any compliment. No one ever told him, you matter. No one ever said, you're enough. As an adult, Sam carried an empty space in his chest, always waiting for someone else to fill it. He tried friends, partners, jobs. None lasted before the echo returned. One night, he scribbled on a scrap of paper, I matter. He stuck it to his dashboard. Every commute, every red light, he read it aloud. He felt its power grow. Months later, Sam felt a shift. He noticed a quiet confidence as he entered rooms. He spoke up in meetings. He laughed louder. The words he chose for himself changed how he moved through life. Your turn. Reflective prompts. Which phrase feels most essential to your heart tonight? Where will you place it? On a mirror, a note, or in your mind? How does your body react when you say it? Does your chest warm? Does your breath ease? Hold that feeling. Now, in this final moment before rest, breathe in deeply and weave your chosen words into a gentle loop. I am worthy of kindness. I am allowed to change my mind. I am more than my mistakes. I am believed. Feel the rhythm, the soft rise and fall, like waves settling on a quiet shore. Your brain will replay this loop as you drift. It will carry these seeds into your dreams. It will water them with each cycle of sleep. And tomorrow, you may wake with a subtle shift, a kinder thought, a softer tone, a deeper belief in your own worth. If this space speaks to you, like and subscribe now, or if you're already deep in focus, let it wait. Come back when the moment feels right. Good night. Sleep deeply, and let your mind take one small step towards something new.